Sustainability feels like an omnipresent topic. Whether I'm shopping in the supermarket, watching commercials on TV, or even walking around here at the K Fair, the world's largest exhibition for the rubber and plastics industry. So, how well has sustainability taken hold in the plastics industry? Let's find it out. With my guests Elmar Schröter and Eddie Khatib.
Hello.
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 Good to have you here. First of all, polymers and sustainability. Does that really go together?
Yes, it does, as I think. And we can see it here on each and every booth, mostly, that sustainability is the big thing of our industry. You see numerous initiatives of companies to make the industry more circular, to reduce waste, to reduce the carbon footprint of their products. And it's a huge initiative of the whole industry which is going on and which is in full swing at this moment.
Yes, the reputation has changed fundamentally. And drivers are, of course, society and politics. So, under what kind of pressure are plastic processors exposed so far?
Well, the first level of pressure that the plastic processors are being confronted to is the politics. There is more and more regulation from the European countries for imposing recycled content in the packaging, for example. And the second level of pressure that we have is from the end customers, just like you and me, who want to have more sustainable products and recycled content inside our products.
So, there is a huge demand on sustainable materials. It's not always really easy to find the best answers on the questions of, for example, which recycled materials is suitable for me, right?
Yeah, exactly. What material is suitable for their application, and also what kind of tools they can use. Can they use the same tool as the virgin one? So this is not easy for this kind of companies, and they also feel the pressure from the bigger companies like Coca-Cola, for example, Pepsi or Lidl. They are leading the way to recycling, and they are showing that they're implementing 100% recycled content inside their packaging, and this is putting a lot of pressure on the others. Yeah.
It's quite obvious that recycling materials are becoming scarce and therefore, of course, more expensive in the end. So, Emma, what can processors, especially medium-sized companies, do now?
When we look at the market for recycled materials, it's a very fragmented structure. So there are more than 1,000 recycling companies, and this makes the sourcing process for purchasers quite difficult. They are confronted with many companies, many products. Either they have to develop this expertise which is needed by themselves, which means that they have to go through a sometimes painful learning curve, or they have to team up with partners like Meraxis, because we have done this already. We started a long time ago to build up a broad and deep portfolio of recycled materials. Our suppliers are handpicked. Each and every product is tested in our laboratories to ensure that we give the highest possible quality standards to our customers. And this, of course, helps customers to find easily the right product for their application. But our job does not stop with the material selection only, but we offer also process support, and even can help by choosing the right machines or tools for our customers. What we try to do is to be the one-stop shop for our customers and to give them the perfect solution for their recycling needs.
So, already many advantages. Are there any more? So, you already told us it's a one-stop shop that helps the customer in so many ways, right?
Exactly. We want to bring that one-stop shop approach to our customers. So for some kind of application, unfortunately, we can't use recycled plastics. So we can still offer virgin plastics, but we can also offer, as Elmar said, services about tool design, for example. But also we can offer other things than raw material, like tools for the injection molding machines, for example, or extrusion lines, this kind of services.
So you are real experts. So tell us, what are the next big developments that are coming along the way?
Yeah, well, if you ask me, but that's more my personal opinion, and to make my answer short, I would see three things. First of all, we will see more advanced technology in recycling. This goes for mechanical, but also for chemical recycling. We will see better qualities, which can meet the expectations of the most demanding users. Next to this, of course, from the other side, from the demand side, we also see changes to be implemented. For example, to make products easier to recycle. This goes under the headline "Design for Recycling." And last but not least, of course, also bio-based and biodegradable products will play a bigger role in the future, as I would expect.
But let me lower the question. Aren't we recycling enough already?
Well, unfortunately not, or let me say not yet. Basically, there is a huge quantity available in Europe alone, but it is today not enough collected, it is not enough sorted, and it is not enough recycled. But we could also turn it around and see it as a big opportunity, because there is a lot of feedstock which is still unused and which can be turned into new products. What it needs is investment in capacity. We need more volume, but we also and predominantly need better and higher quality. And this means that the companies have to invest in better quality, which enables users to go into more demanding applications.
Yes, and Asia will play an increasingly important role in the future. Talking about Asia, or around the coast regions, there is this so-called ocean plastic, which is getting more and more attention. What is that about?
Well, first of all, we have to differentiate ocean plastics from ocean-bound plastics. The first one, ocean plastics, it is plastics that is collected in the ocean, and unfortunately it cannot be used. It cannot have a second life because the salt from the water and also the UV degradation makes it lose all its mechanical properties. The second one is ocean-bound plastics, and this kind of plastics is collected at the river or beaches or coast before it can reach the sea, and we have to collect it before it reaches the sea, and this is what our partner Honest Ocean is doing. So Honest Ocean is based in Indonesia, and they work with coastal community collected plastics. So they just collect those ocean-bound plastics and they give them a second life.
So a very good way to solve the problem and to help saving the world for our children. This kind of traceability is becoming increasingly important. So how can it be done?
Well, let's take the example of Honest Ocean. So they work with the leading in the solution provider for traceability of plastics, who is called Empower. So they basically what they offer is a passport for the material. It uses a blockchain technology, and you can trace the whole journey of the plastics from the beginning where it has been collected to the end where it has been transformed. And I think this is really important for the future, and this kind of technology is transparent for the end customers like you and me, and we're more and more demanding this kind of transparency.
Kind of a product passport for the buyers, right?
Exactly, it looks like just a QR code, so you have to scan it, and then you can see the whole journey of the plastics. And this is the kind of digital solution that will be increasingly important in the future, and this is why also Merexis is spending a lot of time on this and trying to create something for our suppliers and also our customers. Elmar was saying earlier, for example, that now our customers, they can see on our portal, they can see the footprint, the CO2 footprint of our material, and also where it has been transformed.
So thank you very much for shedding light a bit more on that topic. And in Germany, far too little is recycled currently, and too much new plastic is being used, but Merexis is working on it.
Yes, we are. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and thanks for watching. This was Merexis TV from the K Fair here in Düsseldorf.